take this off. All right. Finally, you're here.
Yes, I'm here. We're doing this live now. Yes.
Yes, we had to do this late, but we here though. As like I said, I came on before, and I was just like, yo, she's not here. And I had to go check my phone. I was just like, she's not around. I was like, let me go back. Waited a little while. Was talking to whoever was on here. They had like 2 people that came on here real quick, and I was just like, all right. And then you popped up, and now she's here. Oh, and she's frozen. This is what normally happens in situations like this. So she's probably going to end up popping back up, shutting off, popping back in. One of the two. One of the two things is going to happen right now. But we are live, people. We are finally here. Waiting for GiGi to reappear here. And I seen the movement. She might be still here. Hear a little rumblings. Yes. And bam.
I'm back.
Got her. There's 2 of you.
Thank you. I had to refresh it. I don't know what the hell happened. All I saw was everything was buffering. What the hell? I was just going to put it on the page that we're here doing it live. I'm 20 minutes late, but I'm here.
Let me take this off. Hopefully. All right. I left you on there. And we have one person on here right now, which is probably Tyson, because he is a loyal listener that sits here, and he probably came back because he saw it and was just like, oh, yeah, they're back now. So, GiGi, welcome. Finally, I get you on here. It's been
yes,
so long,
finally.
so long since the last time we spoke, and I was just like, I got to get you on. I had the guys on here the last time, and we recorded this, and then I said, you know what? Their episode already came out. Might as well do this live. I wanted to test this out a little bit, and I was like, let me just use you as a guinea pig on that.
All right.
Oh, my God. So we're both from New York, if people don't know this. Okay, and then you are like super into wrestling. I met you on Instagram.
Big fan. Right? Big fan into wrestling. So yes.
How did you get into wrestling?
Watching it growing up with my dad, actually. He always had it on the TV. Always on Saturday night if they weren't going out. I was just, just lay up on the bed with him, just watch it with him, and slowly but surely just gain a love for, WWF. That's what was the love. And then growing up even more, just kind of always stood with it. Not only with my dad, but then all of a sudden my cousin was also very much into it. And then it was like pretty much like a family thing. We were all kind of into it. Just me a little bit more than others. Me and my cousin, I would say. My cousin Eric. We always went to wrestling events when we were little. I believe our first wrestling event was either, I want to say 94, 95. It was a house show event at Madison Square Garden. So, okay. And we'll go get you food.
Yep.
And
we have a special guest.
Hey.
This is the little one that I always see. Hi. She's like, oh. She's like, never mind.
Told you I was doing this. So we're doing this live.
Hey.
We're doing, hey.
Do you watch wrestling?
Do you watch wrestling? Or do you watch wrestling? No? What? Wait, what? Okay, the symbol for hungry means that. You got it. Who's your favorite wrestler? Who's your favorite wrestler? For real, for real.
The Twins and Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks. Okay, the Twins and Sasha Banks.
I know, we understand who the Twins are because there's only, there's a couple of twins. And the
Pancake guys.
Well,
we heard that loud and clear.
She's a big New Day fan. That's great. Me too.
Very good, Riley. Very good.
So, how many times did you get in trouble with your cousin for trying to do wrestling moves? Because we all did it when we was kids. So
absolutely. So I was the smallest out of all my cousins. The youngest out of my sisters. My sisters were at the time living in Puerto Rico, so I'm the only one living in New York with basically being raised with my cousins. Mm-hmm. They're all like my brothers and sisters to me, and they were heavy into championship wrestling, and they were just creating their own title belts on cardboard. They'll throw the mattresses on the floor. me and my friends will have sleepovers. We'll throw mattresses on the floor, and then we'll all have like a wrestling match. I remember really little, I was sitting like on an old school rocking chair, and one of my cousins just like, "Yo, just stay there for 1 second." And I was like, "Okay, but why?" And he comes out of nowhere and clotheslines me, and I go completely legs up. Like, what the hell just happened? The whole chair's on the floor, and here I am getting pinned, having no idea what the hell just happened to me.
Oh my god! You know what? Growing up,
So,
I did the same thing because I'm the oldest, so I would do things to my brother all the time, and then my sister I would do the same thing, but she's really young, so she would just take it. And I think that's why she's more of a tomboy now
hmm
than anything else, and she's just so rough because of the things that like I would do or like like my brother would do and stuff like that. But I think that's just growing up
hmm
in a Spanish family. We should just beat the shit out of each other for no reason.
hell yeah, flying off the top of the bed, try to do our own frog splash, and it's just
Oh my
just.
god! Until we break the bed, and then mom
Oh
comes in.
yeah,
She's
I've taken multiple bumps between my family members and possibly one of my best friends, Lamar. He definitely power bombed me on the beach, and I just like I just
wait.
yeah yeah
How
I
the how the
have.
hell, how the hell did you get power bombed in the beach?
So we were at the beach just chilling. And I want to say I was maybe 19. We're all just like just chilling, having a good beach day. And then we'll all get in the water. We're like, it's hot, whatever. And then out of nowhere, we're just like talking shit to each other and throwing like just splashing water at each other. Like, yo, keep fucking around with fucking powerbomb. Yeah, nigga, shut the fuck up. You ain't gonna do shit. Word. Next thing you know, my skinny ass was lifted up from the water. I said, "What the fuck?" And he was like, "Power bomb!" Shh.
Jesus Christ!
Power bomb me so damn hard, my whole entire back hit the bottom of the fucking. All I came up with nothing but sand, little shells on my back. I was like, "Yo, that was so unnecessary, sir." But do you see my back right now? I look like I went through a hardcore match right now. I'm going back. No, this is bullshit. We're not doing this. As I'm on my way back, I get speared.
Jesus! And the hits just keep on coming.
Absolutely.
Now you know what now you know what my sister went through. It was like the
Yeah.
same shit, except the beach moments. I don't think I've never power bombed her in the beach before. That's like, it's a little extreme.
Yeah, it's something.
Oh my god! So I said at the top of the show before that you are a part of the Knuckle Heads podcast. Ooh, don't start dropping shit now.
I'm not gonna drop shit.
You are a
Yes.
part of the Knuckle Heads podcast. So how did you end up getting hooked up with these guys?
Really through just networking with friends. Honestly, I know Show, so he had hit me up and had asked me if I would be interested in like doing a podcast with a couple of his people, that they're really into wrestling and everything like that. And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? It's not like I'm doing anything. So started shooting the shit with the guys, and we just have some great chemistry together. I love to get on Vince's nerves. It's the most easiest thing to do. It's the most fun thing to do there. Him and his Hulk Hogan love that he has.
Oh Jesus Christ! You know what? I'm telling you. I told him. I said, me and you, we're gonna debate this out for people who watch this. I'm gonna be on again over there tomorrow.
Yep.
On the show, and it's just me and him starting it off. And I told him, he's like, I'm a big Hulk Hogan lover. He has a picture in the background. He has his folders. He has his vitamins, and I'm just like, yo, like, and then it's me. I'm Team Cena, and I just do it. And you know what the crazy thing about it is, right? And he'll go back and look at this later, or I'll tell him tomorrow. Is that I'm not even a big Cena fan. I just do it just to get on his nerves because I said, you know what I mean?
It's so easy. It's so easy, and it's so fun because he gets so riled up about it. Yo, fuck John Cena. Nah.
Yeah, he'll send me memes. He'll send me freaking like videos. He's like, did you see this? Did you see this? You never see Hulk Hogan doing this shit. I was like, yeah, you're damn right. You're never gonna see Hulk Hogan doing this shit because he's all about money.
Mm-hmm. That's it. And them hair extensions with that bandana. He can never let that go. Let it go. Just let it go.
Hopefully one day he'll let this shit go. Until
Maybe Vince can convince him.
no, never, never. Vince loves that shit. There's no way in the world he's doing that.
Ah, man. Old man Hogan still with them extensions. My man, let it go.
So listen. So as a female fan, right, and a person that run the like hosts a podcast itself, like how difficult is it for people to say like they test you all the time and just say like, oh, she doesn't know nothing about wrestling, like.
I rarely get that, to be honest with you. I don't really get the pushback about it. I get more of, wow, you watch wrestling, and I don't remember the last time I watched wrestling. Like, wow, you really still watch it. Like, yes, I'm still a fan. I still watch today's products, Tuesday's products, Wednesday's products, Friday's products. We got all the days of the week right here going on. But I really don't get that much pushback where it's like, wow, she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. I get more of like, wow, she actually knows what the hell she's talking about, is a female, and it's wrestling. Like, we're actually talking about wrestling. Like, yeah, like wrestling's not real. No, wrestling is very much real. Those bumps that they take is not to light. It's hard. Like, you fucking try falling on your ass at least 10 times within a span of 3 minutes. Let's see how much that fall is ridiculous. They train their bodies, yeah, and they train their moves, but one slight fuck up, one slight step to the left, one slight step to the right, not in the right position, the whole thing can go to shit. Concussions are real. Broken bones are real. Torn ACLs are real. These niggas get hurt for real. Mm-hmm. And it sucks because we don't get to see them for months, and they could be really hot or they could be trash. Exactly.
Look at Keith Lee.
Oh man, that's a story on its own.
Like the man almost didn't even make it. Talking about his heart and stuff like that. And now he's like real limited on things. These are like real stuff that a lot of people just don't get. Like, this is how he makes his living, and he can't do it because of a condition that he has. So he has to take it slow, and he has to take the criticism from people down the line and just say like, damn, like, oh, he's moving too slow. Well, there's a reason.
Yeah. And Keith Lee is too young to be going out at an age like this. Like, nah, we can't have that.
Imagine that. Imagine your phone starts blowing up and you see something. I'm glad that he went and got, the help that he needed, and they're doing things to get him back to, be 100%, because when I was reading that, I was like, the first thing I was thinking was like my dad. My dad had heart issues and stuff like that, so it limited him from doing certain things, and unfortunately he's not here anymore. But I was glad that like Keith got it early, and he's like going through those steps to say like, I still want to be here, and I'm gonna fight as hard as I can.
Yeah, same here. Like, and then kudos to Mia Yim for actually like helping him get through everything. Mm-hmm. Everybody was giving her backlash for like, oh, the whole COVID thing started, and then this started. She helped him back from actually doing things, and he held her back. It was a lot of he says, she says shit. And
I'm glad, because you know what, she could have been out there and she could have said something. She did. She's still quiet. He's still quiet. He just kept like posting these pictures and like videos and stuff like that, which was so cryptic. And we was just like, is he leaving? Is he like hurt? And then you kind of find out like what the situation was, and she just never said anything. She's still off TV at this point. Mm-hmm. So God only knows what they're gonna plan on doing with her.
Well, if they do anything with her, let them have her come back as Mia Yim, not Reckoning.
They have to. Oh, please no.
Because that was a waste of time and such a waste of talent. It's bad enough that the talent is going south the way it is, and the programming is going so south. But at least let Mia Yim come back as Mia Yim.
Mm-hmm. They need to. I mean, everything that she sacrificed, at least give her that. Like,
yeah.
Let her come out the way we all know her, that we see her in NXT and the Mae Young Classics.
Classics, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in the Mae Young's Classics. That's what made us want her to be in the WWE, to be in NXT. That's what we liked about her.
Exactly. So Gigi, SummerSlam this Saturday. What match are you looking forward to?
Oh man. You know what's sad? I'm not even gonna be able to watch it.
What?
I have to watch it later. I'm gonna be working.
Oh Jesus! And
I
you know
might
what's
be
crazy?
watching it on my phone, but I'm gonna get interrupted. I'm gonna be highly annoyed. I'm gonna be like, what? What do you want? The queen is walking. My tribal chief is speaking. What is it?
Oh my God, you're a tribal chief fan.
My tribal chief. Yes.
So
Look,
what
I
we
love my tribal chief. I look, this John Cena and Roman Reigns shit is great.
Oh
It's
no, I
so
love it.
good.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. The mic work is great on both ends. I do feel that the last promo that they cut, both of them were a little bit like almost like kind of slipping or like kind of slipped for a second upon
Mm-hmm.
like responding back and forth to each other. Like they kind of like skipped the, and they retracted back, was able to get it back right on track. But it's good, man.
I don't think they
It's
knew their
good
promo.
promo.
I don't think they knew what they were gonna say when they got out there. That's where the pausing was there. Like when Roman was talking about like the Nikki Bella line, and like
Mm-hmm.
Cena gave him that laugh, like okay, like you got that. And then he was talking about the teeth and being protected and the and everything else. And I was just like, yeah, these two, mic wise, so far this build up mic wise has been the best.
Yeah.
Now is just to see them in the ring on Saturday and saying to yourself like, okay, what kind of 5-star match are you gonna put on for us? Because we know Dave Mercer, he's not gonna give them 5 stars. Probably give them 2.5 because
He's a hater.
he's a hater all the way.
Mm-hmm.
But for the fans, like, what are we expecting to see? I'm hoping to see a 5-star match with them. And what's crazy about it is, like, looking at this whole SummerSlam card, that's not even the match that I'm looking forward to.
Which match are you looking forward to?
Seth Rollins versus Edge.
I can see that. That's going to be a good match. That's going to be a good match. I'm not so certain about the triple threat match for the women's division.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see much coming from. I see more coming out of Bianca and Sasha part 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's going to be bomb as fuck.
That didn't even happen.
I know, but hopefully it's still on the card. Hopefully we get there on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is still good on the go. Because I would love to see that. I think a second match between them two, and then a final third one eventually to kind of solidify the win. I do feel like this might be. I mean, this is the thing. Sasha Banks never wins on pay-per-views.
No.
That's what we all know. So this doesn't make me feel confident that Sasha Banks will win at the pay-per-view. I want to see Sasha Banks win. I want to see the legit boss be the champion again. Not against Bianca Belair, but I feel like Sasha Belair. Oh my God.
That's a whole nother character that you're going to put on tomorrow's show.
That's what, you know what? I think she is a character on Nukkle Hedd Diamond. Yeah, actually, she's definitely a character. That was definitely from show. No, Sasha Banks, though, I would love to see her as my champion again. I think she's dope as fuck. I think having a heel character to play the role of a champion is exactly what we need right now in this division. This whole smiley Bianca Belair, girl, okay, we got to find something else with you. There's something else where you got the skills, but I need something else besides girl, she needs to work better on her mic. I need Bianca Belair to not be this smiley baby face female Bailey, pretty much. You know what I mean? When Bailey came out, she was all like smiley, and no, cut that shit out.
That's the thing about this is that's exactly what they did, and then they put the title on her, and they didn't have anybody for her. Like,
no,
they didn't have a whole package and saying, okay, we put the title on, Belair. Here's a list of like 4 girls that we have to have really good storylines with her. It was just like, okay, what's next? We'll put her on tour, let her talk a little bit, get the girls excited, and okay, we'll throw Carmella at her. We'll throw Zelina Vega at her. But there was no build-up. There's no story to
nothing
it at all. So it's just like, what are you going to do now?
especially
fuck.
with Zelina Vega. Like I love Zelina, but to be put in that title reign, no, ma'am, you're like yay big. I like her being added to the women's roster because it adds something different, but it's not believable enough for me to think that she can be a title holder. You know, I'm more convinced that she's a manager
Hmm.
than a wrestler.
You know what they should have did? They should have sent her to Raw. If you're gonna put the title on Nikki Cross, and she's this almost superhero character, and you know Selena Vega's a huge cosplayer, she
Mm-hmm.
could play that villain.
Mm-hmm.
We probably would have had a better storyline between Zelina Vega and Nikki Cross.
I would actually would want Zelina Vega to be the mouthpiece for Asuka. Like
Yeah.
I want Zelina Vega to bring this ruthless Asuka that we once knew in Japan. I
Hmm.
think if any female manager can do that, it would be Zelina Vega, especially
Oh yeah.
heavy in her anime and everything like that. Then you have the Empress of Tomorrow, who is just an animated character on her own right. You know, I feel like that would be really cool with Nikki Cross. I want Alexa Bliss to turn Nikki Cross into Nikki Crazy from
Oh,
Sanity again.
they need to, because like now with Bray Wyatt gone, you don't have anything for Alexa at this point. You're kind of just saying to yourself like, okay, what do we do with her? Like she's doing the whole Deerdrop angle right now, which most likely Deerdrop. I hate using that name, but she's probably gonna end up leaving.
Is it
And
Dewdrop?
Dewdrop, I don't know, something with a drop. It sounds fucking horrible. I don't
It's
know who
Dewdrop.
I don't know who the hell came up with that name and said like, "Yo, we're gonna use this name here because it's the best." Because everybody just looked at it and
Piper
was like,
Nevin. Y'all.
"Yeah,
That's
like."
her name.
And no one
Piper.
and no one gave her any type of credit. Say, "Oh, she came from NXT UK."
Nothing.
It was just like
Nothing.
it was like, "Yo,
No
you."
recognition whatsoever. She was an NXT UK Women's Champion, ladies and gentlemen. And we're not even recognizing her. She's
Nope.
Dewdrop. 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 No.
Like you
That's
picked her
so
up from the street.
disrespectful. Word.
You
Like
picked her up
she's a
from the street. I
stray
was like, "All right."
fucking dog. She's not a stray dog.
Oh my god,
The
I
fuck?
couldn't believe that, and I was thinking to myself like, yo, sooner or later they're gonna drop this name. It's gonna be over, and I thought it was really quickly, and they still coming up
Nope.
with this shit.
Yep.
It's insane to me, insane. But hopefully, we get a good WrestleMania. We get a WrestleMania. We get a good SummerSlam on Saturday, and then we have NXT Takeover, which, to be honest with you, I'm not really excited for the simple fact that I guess we're doing all the cuts that happened throughout the week. It's
It's
just
not
like
that. Yeah.
it's not
I feel
exciting.
you.
They took that away really by doing that, because it's like now and then they're going back to tapings, so it's just like little
And
by
then
little the fans are just like,
the only thing that would be exciting would be obviously, Karrion Cross and Samoa Joe.
mm-hmm,
And maybe Raquel Gonzalez
Gonzalez and
versus
Dakota Kai.
Dakota Kai.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Just
Yeah.
literally just the titles. Oh, we also have Adam Cole
Mm-hmm. So
and Kyle
and
O'Reilly.
O'Reilly, yeah, they're gonna go back on it again. I mean, we've seen like true wrestling, like really hardcore wrestling fans have seen these guys all over the place, freaking wrestle everywhere. So we know what they're gonna bring to the table. But the
Yep.
whole thing that for now is just like, does Adam Cole walk away the victor, or is he's gonna lose and then end up showing up on like a SmackDown or Monday Night Raw? Because we know he's leaving.
Yeah.
He's took the money that they offered him on the table. He's gonna end up going to freaking Raw, being a small guy, get lost in the shuffle, and that's it for Adam Cole until God knows when his contract is up and he's gonna end up leaving. Or they do like they did freaking Braun Strowman and just let him go and pay him for the 90 days.
No, they're not gonna let Adam Cole go. He's still a pretty hot commodity. And you know what? I can't say shit
You can't say
because
it though.
we can't say that because Braun Strowman Bray Wyatt was
Yep.
2 hot commodities right there.
Shoot.
Got some superstars coming up that would have been dope as fuck,
Yep.
but
Bronson Reed is another one.
Bronson Reed, another one.
You know, he
Like,
came up, gone.
That's it. Nigga was a champion last month. Guess what? Not no more.
It's like
Thank you for making it
Yep.
to the WWE Encyclopedia Volume 50.
Yep. You know what that shit reminds me of? And people were talking about it before. It was just like when you talk to somebody online and like, yo, I was talking to her, she's bad. She just keeps sending me pictures. Everything's filtered. And they brung Bronson Reed. They made him do some dark matches. And then all of a sudden it was just like, nah, I'm not feeling this. You don't look at the same guy I seen on TV. Like, yo, we just get rid of him.
What happened? Wait, just...
Yep, you don't look the same. That's not you.
No. Something's different. Something's different.
Yep. So we got more exciting news here in New York. We're getting Survivor Series in November.
I saw. That's dope. But I don't know.
I have no idea
how I feel about it.
I'm excited. I wish it would have been at the Garden because
True.
the Barclays Center is so small. You know, you could fit a lot more people at the Garden, but listen, I'm going to take what I can. Hopefully, you know, it's the anniversary of The Rock. We haven't had Survivor Series here in New York since 2011.
That would be dope if The Rock were to come out. I mean, I guess that is what we're planning to have, right? The Rock come out there in Survivor Series to go against his own cousin, Bloodline versus Bloodline.
Oh, yeah.
You know, head of the table, man that made the table. That's great.
But if we get this match though, does Roman still have the championship? Does he really need it at this point? If he goes into that match with The Rock, you know, in Survivor Series,
I would say so. Because then who would be the champion on SmackDown then? Seth Rollins? Maybe. But then that would be a match. Well, yes, but I don't think John Cena would be staying too long. He says that he has. But this is Hollywood here.
I mean,
you know?
Does he have any other movies that he's doing right now? Because he wrapped up Peacemaker.
Yep.
So that's done. The other movie, like the vacation movie that he did, that's done. So
maybe John Cena would be it, but then who would take the belt from John Cena? Oh, Seth Rollins. And my answer will always be Seth Rollins. Would probably, if John Cena were to win, then Seth Rollins will ends up taking the belt from John Cena. And I see Seth Rollins possibly being the victor at SummerSlam.
Oh yeah, you definitely have to give that to him.
Yeah, I definitely see that Seth Rollins is going to win over Edge. And if John Cena wins, well, then it's just, you know, going to be them two until Roman actually comes back. Like, nah, that's my belt. I'm going to come back for that rematch. They're going to have that rematch going back and forth. It's the inevitable. It's WWE.
I say give it to John Cena. Let him run with it for a little while. Give it to somebody else, either Edge or Seth. Because now looking at it, because you were saying he might end up going back to Hollywood, I would have to pull up IMDb here. He has 3 movies that he's working on right now. That in production right now. So we're gonna end up losing John again.
In a matter of time like this. That's it.
He's gonna break my heart all over again.
Yep, that's it. He's gonna come, take the title, try to basically beat Ric Flair's streak. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Or they're gonna give it to him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it's gonna be with Ric Flair's blessing. It's been his blessing for quite some time, even though he was like, I want Randy Orton to do it. But if John Cena does it, I'm okay with that too. Like Ric Flair, you just want anybody to do it.
See, but here's the thing. So, you know, obviously Vince loves Ric Flair, and he's gonna try and, you know, get his blessing to do it. But then Nick Khan is the one that's doing so much for WWE right now. His brother owns AEW. You see Ric Flair most likely will end up popping up at AEW any day now, the way he's all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
These two fight. Well, they're brothers, but they fight like little kids. So I can see that happening where Nick is just.
Did you see Ric Flair at AAA?
Yes.
In the corner of Andrade, He had no business being in
No.
that fucking what and Conan. That man and his hunchback had no business being in that ring.
The match was good. The spots that they did was so slow. I had to laugh because that one spot where they try to knock Conan off the ring and he was too old to like
So
drop down
bad.
and he did it so
It
slow that I
was
was just
so
like,
bad.
it was like watching those guys over at 125th Street in Lenox just slide over and you're like, are you gonna fall?
Damn.
And then they pop back up again and you're just like, shit, I thought you was gonna fall, man. Like that's how bad it was. But the match overall was good though. Oh my god.
Yo.
But we got a couple more months here, so let's see what the time will tell. But September's really busy here in New York because we got SmackDown
Mm-hmm.
on the 10th. And then we have Dynamite on the 26th.
We have AEW.
Yep.
And it's also AEW in Jersey as well.
Yeah, the 15th.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So,
crazy. What are you expecting for Queens? Because they said they're trying to go big in Queens, so I can only imagine what they're.
my honest prediction, I need Santana and Ortiz to win the tag team
Yes.
titles in
If they
Queens. They need to win it in New York.
if they
They
don't
need
do
to.
if AEW does not give these guys the tag titles in Queens, where all of us are freaking big fans of theirs. Yo, I'm gonna be outside. I'm a riot.
Okay, I heard you. BRB.
Do your thing. Oh my god! So we gotta take a small break here. Gonna slide this over to myself. So we're still wrapping up a little bit of AEW talk, and then, if you guys have any questions, please leave it in the comments. I'll definitely come back and check it again. Going to do some side notes. So this coming Friday, I'm going to have Jonathan on from the Angle podcast, and then I also have the guy, one of the guys from Streetline Tees. They're an independent clothing company out of New York City. As you can tell, I'm from New York. I want to get more people from New York City to come out here, come on the show, talk about their brands, talk about the projects that they're doing. So we're definitely going to keep on with that track. Every Wednesday, most likely, I'll end up coming on here, bringing somebody else on. We're going to talk a little bit of wrestling, talk about a little bit of their projects. If you're another podcaster that wants to come on here and you want to talk, and shoot the shit, by all means, come on here. Let's talk. This is why I have this platform here. It's just to communicate with other people, even if it's just me and you talking or one-on-one people talking. I mean, as long as we network, it's going to stay on here. It's going to keep accumulating. People are going to watch it later on because obviously we're all busy, especially on a Wednesday where everybody wants to go and watch AEW Dynamite. Probably end up doing this a little bit early than normal so we can get some more people on here. And my kids won't go crazy. It's the parent life. Nothing. My son's walking by. But yes, so we're getting AEW in Queens on the 22nd of next month. Rumor has it that Daniel Bryan is going to end up being the person that's going to come out and debut at this Dynamite. And then you also have Ruby Riott, who is going by Ruby Soho now. And she just dropped a vignette the other day giving some little hints that she's on her way to New York City. Could we possibly see her at Dynamite, or could we possibly see her at All Out Weekend, because her 90-day clause ends on the 31st of this month. So we're going to end up seeing a lot of people. There's going to be some surprises because there was a long list of people that were on that firing list that are hungry right now, and one of those people is Braun Strowman. So we don't know exactly what's going to happen to Braun Strowman. There were rumors that he was going to end up returning back to WWE, that they wasn't going to let him go, that was going to actually bring him back. So do we see Braun Strowman going back to WWE? Do we see him here in AEW, or do we see him in another faction like, say, Impact Wrestling at this point? Because Impact is getting a lot of people too, so I'm so excited. We get Rampage. So Rampage now is coming on Friday, and the rumor is that CM Punk most likely will debut at Rampage this Friday because it's in Chicago. But at the same time, I'm kind of hoping that they leave him for All Out Weekend, because that would be amazing to see him come out on Rampage, give the swerve this Friday, not show up, and then show up a couple of weeks later at Rampage outside of Chicago, because I had to make the mistake. I'm actually going to All Out that weekend, and hopefully we get to see CM Punk come out there and do his thing there. Got some more people here. Leave some comments, leave some questions behind if you want to get there while we get GiGi going back here. And she is back, ladies and gentlemen. Just giving an update of things that are going on throughout the week. Have a couple of episodes I need to throw out there that I've been sitting on, and people are just like, hey, when is my episode going to come? So I'm just like, listen, I'm just going to throw it out there so people can see it. I know it's a pain in the ass. But yeah, so Queens, we get AEW. Hopefully Daniel Bryan shows up.
Mm-hmm.
We have Ruby Riott as well, because her 90-day clause ends on the 31st. So,
Awesome.
She just threw out a vignette the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Showing
Run away.
That she's going to like New York City. So hopefully we get to we see her there as well.
I'm excited. I think we'll see her in Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
That's where she's going. So she'll be for Jersey. Daniel Bryan will be for Queens.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what? That's right. Because I was talking to a friend of mine, and I said, oh, she's going to debut in Queens. But then you have her coming out in Jersey on the 15th. Makes a lot more sense.
Didn't the ticket say Jersey? And why?
No, it said it was Penn Station. The train said New Jersey Transit.
Jersey. Mm-hmm. Jersey to maybe show up in Jersey and then go to Queens.
There you go.
Have a match in Queens.
I hope so, because she'll make a great fit for the women's division, and she'll probably, because they need that locker room leadership besides Britt Baker.
I agree. And it's so hard. Like, I really want to get behind Nyla Rose, but I can't get behind Nyla Rose. It's just not there for me. I don't know what I Thunder Rosa, I think she's phenomenal. Nyla Rose, this is the thing. There's not that many big girls on AEW.
Nope, they're all small.
All of them. So it's really hard for me to believe that Nyla Rose is going to lose a match. It makes it hard to believe that. Like, if it's a surprise or whatever, cool. Like, Britt Baker had her own, she had her own battles with Nyla, and then also got injured for it.
Yep.
On multiple occasions. I believe besides her, so she had another match with her, and then she just got re-injured. I remember that. Not recently, but some shit. Yeah, you just don't have that many big girls to fight. I would like to see Nyla Rose mix it with some of the guys. But the thing is that that's not where we want to go with that, because of who this person is. And that's the problem.
Hopefully they work something out with her where, they can put her in a situation where it suits her and not hurt her in the long run. Yeah.
I don't know about matching her with Vicky Guerrero. I mean, I guess. But I can't see the connection.
Yeah. I still don't see the connection in that, because it was just like, okay, when she first came out with her, I was just like, all right, cool. Like, you could be a good mouthpiece, but then she hasn't really been showing anything to prove that, okay, like, I should be with her type of deal.
Yeah. She's just like, I'm here. Yeah. That's it.
Like, my last name is getting me here in my big mouth.
Yeah. Essentially, that's what it is when you get bottom to it, Man, Thunder Rosa would be great. She's great as a face. But imagine to be as a heel and actually join Vicky Guerrero. That makes sense to me.
Exactly.
That adds heat. You're adding more to the Latino community and everything like that, and it connects, Nyla Rose with Vicky Guerrero does not connect for me.
No, definitely doesn't. So the last piece of business, get your take on this Friday, Rampage, Chicago. Do we see CM Punk? Yes or no?
Yes, I am so for it. Yes. If Chicago doesn't guess this, man, they're gonna fucking riot. They're gonna fucking riot. Like, Tony Khan, you piece of shit. All the hints you were
Let me
dropping
tell you,
nonstop.
I'm hoping he doesn't come on Friday.
What?
I pray to the freaking wrestling gods and whoever is watching this right now. I don't care if you freaking pissed off or whatever. I pray this man does not come on Friday. You know why?
Why?
There's two things why that three. Right? Though no, yeah, I'm gonna say two. There's only three reasons why I don't want him to. I don't want him to show up right now. I want him to show up at All Out Weekend.
Okay.
Okay, to save that for the pay-per-view. Either the pay-per-view or Rampage that Friday. Why? Because I'll be there. I just want to see that shit live. And then two, I just want to hear like the true hardcore AEW fans cry. That's it. They give us so much shit about it. Us like WWE stuff. And yes, WWE fucking sucks. I'm a big WWE guy. And I can tell you straight out, it fucking sucks. Everything about the fucking product right now is fucking garbage. But AEW has their flaws. And every single time they do something wrong, I just love listening to an AEW person just voice their opinion and just give me a reason as to why. I wish I had a little soundbite just of Carly B like, give me a reason. Because I just need to know that over and over again. You know what I mean? Like, I just need to know, like, what's going to happen now? Oh, he's going to come out on Dynamite. But like I said, hopefully he doesn't come up on Friday and he, like, waits till let Tony just sit there and sweat a little bit.
What? Nah, you gotta give this Chicago crowd what they want. They want to see CM Punk.
Fuck that.
This is the hometown, man. The same thing with Britt Baker being in her hometown. You saw how that was.
Uh-huh.
But
she's the champ though. You gotta.
That's true. But man, to have a wrestling, to be as big with the name of CM Punk and being just a history of the legacy that he left behind, in a way, it's a legacy, because nobody has done it the way he has done it. Mm-hmm. Nobody went out the way he went out. It was a lot of firsts for a lot of things. Him vowing, I'm never going to put my wrestling boots back on. I'm never going to step foot in a wrestling ring again. I'm done with wrestling. Finito. And then you have AEW come to life. He waits it out. He sees how it is. The money's there. The creative control is definitely there.
To a point. To a point. Because look at Max Caster right now. He said he thought he was clear, especially because it's fucking AEW Dark, and it blew up.
But that's more on AEW, because if they had this taped and they already knew what the hell, then
somebody gave them the green light about that. And what was messed up about it is like when you ask Tony Khan about it, he says, "Oh, I only edit Dynamite. I didn't watch Dark.
AEW Dark, but now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be the one that's going to edit both all these shows."
So you're basically telling me you come out and you say, "Oh, okay, guys, stick around. We have a great locker room to watch AEW Dark," and you're not even fucking watching it because you could have been did something about it. Now the guy's sitting at home, or God knows whatever he's doing right now.
He's sitting at home selling his wrestling gear, which I'm surprised you have not got your hands on it already. Okay.
Yo, people were tagging me and was like, "Yo, did you see this? Yo, did you see this? Are you getting this?" And I put this out there. If I didn't have to go to Chicago in another 2 weeks, I would have slid into his DMs and I would have. It would have been.
Yo.
It would. It would. And he lives close here. He lives in. Out in Long Island area. I would have just drove to him and like, listen, save the fucking shipping. Okay, I'll drive to you, take a picture with you with the fucking gear, and then I'll just go and leave.
Have you noticed that all of his tags on his social media does not have any AEW affiliation?
Nope, he took
None.
them all off. All of them.
Gone.
And
Finito.
they took their claim off the tag team list.
Yes, they did. And which kind of tells me that they're like, yeah, nah, you policy and procedures due to state law. We have some policy and procedures that yeah, this is unacceptable. We're gonna have to let you go.
But you can't stay here. Oh my god! But GiGi, thank you so much for coming on here with me, shooting the shit a little bit.
Definitely,
absolutely.
absolutely.
We got to know you a little bit more. Where can people catch you, especially tomorrow, because you guys will be on live tomorrow on YouTube. So let them know.
Absolutely. You can always catch me on Instagram at GiGi4TheWin_. Tomorrow we'll be live on YouTube with the Nukkle Hedd podcast discussing everything that is wrestling. All the links are in my bio, so please go ahead and check that out. I also have some merch on TeePublic, so please, by all means, get your For The Win merch right there. Everything is in my bio. By all means, check it out. I'm here.
All right,
we
thank
still
you.
networking.
Yeah, I know, right? And I'll be on tomorrow to debate the whole Team Hogan, Team Cena thing. So hopefully, Toe will watch this and he already knows how I feel.
Exactly.
I will leave all the descriptions in the bottom of this video so everybody else can take a look at it, and hopefully they'll see the great debate that there is tomorrow between me and hopefully shows up, because I haven't seen him. I peeped into the other because they're reviewing a movie right now.
He's doing something. He wasn't there.
He'll be
here. He'll be there tomorrow. I'm pretty confident that he'll be there tomorrow.
Oh my god.
He's not making it tonight, so he can make it tomorrow. That's what he's doing.
So guys, thank you for sitting here with us for the last 40 something minutes, listening to us ramble. Like I said, I'm gonna try and do this every single Wednesday. I'm not gonna say that it is gonna happen every Wednesday, but I will try every Wednesday to bring a different guest on, and we can talk a little bit of wrestling. You get to know them a little bit more. It's just like the other interviews that I have here, but it's more of a networking thing than anything else. So if you're a podcaster that's listening to this right now, that's watching this, and you want to jump on just to promote yourself, come on. I'm all for it. It's all about the networking here.
That's it.
Guys.
We're all trying to blow up.
Exactly. Later.